Hello everyone and welcome to another weekly analysis on EMini futures. This is the Nasdaq 100 futures. We Today is Saturday, November 12th, and we're looking into a November 14th weekly analysis. Let's jump into first how I traded last week. Pretty much as the levels had drawn, I took a 10,900 long, and I haven't closed yet because my target was around 11,900, so we haven't reached there. So I'm still in that long trade in NQ. I actually trade the micros, so I'm in MNQ, uh, primarily because I did not want to expose myself to a lot of risk when it is trying to break through so much of resistance. Before, I have already drawn the levels, and they are pretty much based on supply, demands, and trend lines that we have discussed quite a bit in my videos, and my followers and subscribers who have been listening to me uh, may already know how I draw this level, so I'm not going to repeat those. But one thing that I want to bring to your notice is this trend line that is going up here. We're a little bit far off from there, and there is a small chance of 11,932. So that, from a supply and demand level, that supply level is around 12,053. So hence that becomes a resistance, and I would like to just make it a round number. So 12,050 is a resistance where we may see some resistance. So I'm going to try to take my profit at 11,900 going into next week. How do I plan to trade? There is not much level here on the weekly. Let's go into the daily. And if you look at the daily and we take out any gaps, you can definitely see there is a big gap here, so that gap needs to be closed, and there is a huge gap here, so that gap definitely needs to be closed. So we will add that as a level. Now this is a very weak support level because it gapped up, opened at that, and then just gapped up from an extended hour. So but it's definitely a weak support. So let's see, as it was open and it held, maybe it will hold. But if it again tests that, I would try to see if it closes the gap before I take a squeeze here to the upside. If not, I don't see. There's maybe a very small weak level here. It is 11,450 area, but I'm not going to take any positions at that level. Looking at next week, obviously this is a very strong level here, weekly basis wise, and that's a very strong level there. So we'll move this line because they are very close by. So these are all levels. So if it squeezes up at 11,875, let's say, which is very close to what my level is, 11,900, I'll take a profit there, and if it retests that level, I will add to my long and taking profit at 12,050, and then obviously 12,248 and all the way to these levels. Very straightforward plan, and this we are in a squeeze. And if we look at the extended hours, you can see that it's forming kind of a, yeah, that's a bear flag. If I draw this way, that's a bear flag. So if it breaks out and retests this trend line, we're gonna take a long squeeze. But if it breaks this trend line and confirms, that means breaks, hit some level and tests from the bottom, I'm going to take a short. That's a risky trade. Ideal would be if it breaks this bottom trend line, then you take a short, targeting cover somewhere in these levels. Pretty much that's what's the plan going into next week. As always, keep your stop losses tight, your losses small, and your profit at large. Thank you for listening.